Welcome, sweet friends, to the channel Frugal Money Saver. My name is Emmy. My husband is Paul. We're so happy you have joined us today. Today, we are going to be sharing 10 ways to have a fun, frugal, low-cost summer. Summertime activities can be expensive if we let them. There are so many things to do in the summertime. There are fairs, there are festivals, amusement parks, water parks, the list goes on and on. But our frugal life doesn't change just because the activities do. What we're going to show you how to have a ton of fun, save money, and really come out financially ahead throughout this entire summer season. So sit back, relax, and let's get right to it. Number one, I want you to stay organized throughout the summer months. Make yourself a control journal if you do not have one already. This is my control center, and I encourage you all to have some place where you can jot down everything you need in one spot. I use a happy planner. It's not a sponsored video. I just love them. Let me show you what I do. This is why I love this format so much. This is just a random week in June. I use the same tabs and the same cover all the time. I just buy refill paper. On a weekly basis, I can see the errands I need to do, what I need to get done, who do I need to call or answer emails to, things that I need to make a note of, what do I need to focus on. And then this little top section right here, Monday through Sunday, I use for my meal planning. And then whatever I have to do on every day comes here. Having a control journal, being organized, is one of the best ways to save money. Just because it's summer, we have to still keep up with basic home maintenance, cooking our meals at home, not eating out all the time, keeping our pantry inventories, our freezer inventories, knowing what we have in the home to make meals out of. When you are organized, you're going to know when your bills need to be paid, so there are no late fees. You're going to know when you need to go to the doctors or if you have appointments, so you don't get no-show fees. You just want to stay on top of everything. Things can get busy. So the first tip I'm going to share with you is stay organized throughout the warmer weather. Number two goes hand in hand with being organized, and that is keeping your budget throughout the summer. Hopefully, everyone watching this video has a budget. A budget is basically a plan that shows you how much money is coming in and how much money is going out. And through the summertime, we may get lax with budgeting because, again, there is so much fun stuff going on. I encourage you, if you want to partake in vacations and fairs and festivals, whatever it may be, make sure you have a budget. Don't go to these events without having a certain amount allocated for those events. You don't want to go with credit card in hand and just blow it. It is very, very easy to do. Set a certain amount aside and say, this is what we're going to spend. Let's say you are going to a fair or a festival, pack your own food if they allow you to bring in food in a cooler, kept cold, and then you can save that much more money on food while you're there. Maybe just get one special treat. You need to have a cap on the amount of money you are spending. It's just good financial sense. Number three, a lot of people opt for staycations, which means you take a couple days off, stay home, and do some local fun activities. This is just such a great way to save money. You are saving on lodging, you are saving on food because you're still eating home or packing a picnic. You're saving on gas or plane fare. And I am going to show you the best way to find local events in your area. What I want you to do is literally go to Google, type in free things to do near me. And Google will come up with a list of places that you can visit for free, activities you can do for free. So let me show you what's in our area. I literally just typed in free things to do near me, and a local county near us popped up. There are so many fun ideas here. They literally gave me 10 things to do right off the top, bonus things, and I could have searched even longer. Save yourself some money, stay close to home, and do some free and wonderful events. Number 4, and you knew I had to sneak this in here. Continue to meal plan during the summer. Please don't slack off on this. Let's go back to my control journal and let me show you what I do to make meal planning so much easier for me. It really helps to know what you have in the home so you are always meal ready. When you run out of something, keep an ongoing list of what you need to pick up at the store. Shop those loss leaders, those super great sales on the front of the flyer. Continue to stock your pantry with those loss leaders or your freezer. So let me show you exactly how I continue meal planning throughout the warmer weather. I have one full page here for meal ideas. These are meals that I know I have ingredients for pretty much all the time. And what I keep doing is adding to it. The other day, I realized I didn't have tacos on this list. I didn't have sausage and onions and peppers. Have some place where you keep your meal plans that you can go back to over and over and look for inspiration, look for ideas using ingredients that you know you have on hand. This makes mealtime effortless, easy, and you're always one step ahead of the game. Number 5, I want you to take advantage of low-cost savings on fruits and vegetables this time of year. They are at their lowest prices. So I want you to incorporate more meatless meals, chock full of yummy fruits, yummy vegetables, because not only are they really good for you and delicious, but they will save you a ton of money as well. Paul and I are going to share a recipe with you right now that is completely meatless. Paul, as you know, is a meat and potatoes kind of guy. He loves like a meat, potato, vegetable meal. This is one of his favorites. When I told him I wanted to film this, he was like, oh my gosh, I love that. We haven't had it in so long. I don't usually make it in the wintertime because you do grill the vegetables, but you can roast them in the oven as well. I think I showed this recipe years ago. It's time to revisit it. So let's turn the camera around and get into the kitchen. We are so excited to share this recipe. This is a vegetarian recipe. It can be made vegan by switching out the cheese and the mayo. So what you're going to need are vegetables of your choice that you know roast or grill well. We're using 1 yellow squash, 1 zucchini. We're going to probably use a half of a sweet Vidalia onion. We've got some red pepper strips. You could also use mushrooms. You could use eggplant. Anything that you think would grill well. We're going to use some Colby Jack cheese on this sandwich as well. And what we're going to dress the sandwich with is a little bit of mayonnaise, fresh garlic, and lemon juice. So you're going to want to make this about an hour ahead. So we're going to do that right now. Because it's just Paul and I have less than a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise here. I'm going to add 1 clove of fresh garlic. Now you can go crazy with this and add more. Just remember, fresh garlic is very strong. And I'm just going to take about a 1/4 of that lemon and add the juice. So we've got some lemon juice, we've got some fresh garlic and mayonnaise. You're going to want to do this at least an hour ahead. We want these flavors to all come together. I'm going to cover this and put it in the refrigerator until it's time to eat. Here's all our vegetables. I just slice them thin. Be careful when you're doing this. The onions I did leave a little bit thicker. I just transferred them all to a bowl, and now I'm just going to take some good olive oil, go all over with it, and I'm also going to grate some Italian herb seasoning all over them as well. Just mix it together. I will post a link to the original recipe down below. Paul is going to grill them outside, so let's join him.
Okay, these guys have been on for about 10 minutes. Look at the grill marks coming out. Boy, it smells so good out here. I keep turning them so they don't overcook. This way they're even.
These took just about 15 minutes to get soft, and they look amazing. We're going to be using my sourdough bread as the base, but you can use any good quality bread for this. We're going to take some of our mayonnaise that we infused with garlic and lemon, and we're going to put it on the bread, and we are going to build these sandwiches. So here are our two sandwiches. We put the cheese on. We are going to close the lid and let that cheese melt. Oh, I am so happy for dinner time tonight. You have to give this a try. Number 6, another great way to save money during the summertime is to revisit your boredom buster list. Let's go back to our control journal and show you what I mean. Another page in my control journal are boredom busters. Remember we did these way back in January for our no spend January. Things we can do to keep us busy instead of spending money, instead of shopping. Well, I updated it for summer. Our summer edition of Boredom Busters. Go to the library and shop for free. DVDs, music, books, museum tickets, all free. Watch the sunrise or sunset. Go to a park and have a picnic. Attend free outdoor concerts. Have a s'mores night. Work in the garden. Read outside on the deck with an iced tea. Unplug from all your electronic devices, your phone, your TV, your iPad. Make a root beer float. I haven't done that in years. One of my favorite things to drink. Have a barbecue night. These are things that would definitely go better in warmer weather. Just a fun list to keep in your control journal of things to do instead of spending money, instead of shopping. Number 7, here are just some easy, simple ways to save on electricity. Please don't forget to use your crock pot through the warmer months. Cooking with your crock pot is such an economical way to have tasty, delicious food. It doesn't heat up your kitchen. It uses pennies of electricity. And it is so versatile. Soups, stews, whole chickens I have cooked in mine. Another way we keep our costs down. Here in the Northeast, it never really gets hot enough that we need central air conditioning. Most people in our area don't have central air conditioning. We have window air conditioners that we take in and we pull out. And one of the greatest tips that I can give you if you do use window air conditioners is shut the doors to the rooms you are not using. The laundry room door will get shut. If we don't have guests, the guest room door gets shut. This way you are not spending money cooling rooms that you're not using. Just good common sense. Another great money saving tip is invest in some good blinds that keep the sun out. And in the winter, they're great because they keep the heat in. Keep the radiant sun out this time of year because there's no quicker way to heat up your home than having that sun come blazing in. Another tip to lower electric costs is, can you go a degree or two higher on your air conditioning if you have central AC? Now, I'm not telling you to make yourself uncomfortable or sick or anything like that. I'm literally talking 1 or 2 degrees. That is it. And a great way to move that air around, whether it be ceiling fans like we have in our bedroom, in the music room, and right here in the kitchen, or floor fans that will just move that air around and make you feel cool. Number 8. Get outside and grow something. If you don't have a large area of land, remember, on your patio or your lanai, you can put some buckets of tomatoes, basil, wildflowers, whatever you want to grow. It's a wonderful hobby. It costs you barely anything, and the results that you reap at the end of that growing season is phenomenal. Paul's going to take us outside and just give us some hints and tips on how we planted our wildflower seed garden. Let's get outside with Paul.
I found this package of wildflower seeds at the dollar store, and I figured these would be great to sow in an area of our yard that we no longer use for growing vegetables, because the trees have grown so tall in our neighbor's yard, it's just shaded out. I also mixed in these cone flowers and black-eyed Susan seeds into the mix. This is our old garden. If you remembered, I planted horseradish in here and it's still there. So we'll see how that is this fall. I pulled all the weeds out and scratched it with a garden rake just to get the soil loose and ready for the seeds to be put down. I sowed the seeds and then I used the rake once again just to gently cover them up. Also, while I was in here, I trimmed these 2 raspberry bushes and staked them up with some sticks just so they don't lay on the ground. These raspberries are delicious. And just remember, growing your own vegetables, fruits, flowers, anything you can, use it pots or in a garden or a little piece of land somewhere. It's just a great frugal way to enjoy your summer.
Number 9, one of the most fun activities you can do if you're into flea marketing or thrifting is make a thrift or flea market day a special occasion. Paul and I had a date day the other day, and we each took $5 to go to the thrift stores. Now, could we have taken more? Absolutely. But did we want to take more? No, we didn't. $5 was our limit. And that makes the treasure hunting so much more fun. And we also have a list of things that we're always on the lookout for. Now, we don't just take the 5 and buy any darn thing just to spend money. That's not what I'm talking about. It's looking for something that you know will make you happy, a little treasure to take home, something you may need, whatever it is. But we each gave ourselves $5 limit. And this is a great frugal way. Go out for a couple of hours and just have a good time. Let us show you what we found on our $5 a person date day the other day. Those of you who know me and know me well, vintage tablecloths are a passion of mine. My frugal find for my $5 were 2 Christmas vintage tablecloths. They were $2.50 a piece. This one is just amazing. It's got the pine cones, pine needles, so festive. The red background with the sprinkling of white snow. And this one is just covered in those beautiful poinsettias, red and white with the green background. Not a spot or stain on them. They look like they had never, ever even been used. So for $5, score.
So here's my frugal find. I got this little lamp for $5. I think it was $4.99. And I just thought it looked really, really cool. I mean, with the way the base is and the way this is, I'm not too keen on this setup, but we have a dark spot under our kitchen cabinet in the corner. It's kind of dark over there, and I thought that if I rewire this lamp with a low wattage bulb and come up with some sort of a nice little shade, I might be able to just lighten up that dark corner, and I think this lamp would be very, very pretty over there. Of course, it needs to be rewired. Look at this industrial plug. I'm going to dig through my garage and look around, and hopefully I can come up with a really, really nice project.
Here is the lamp all complete. He did a beautiful job using items that were in the garage and in his workshop. Number 10. Now we went and we brought 3 items into the home. Number 10, what do? We declutter 3 items out. And what we encourage you to do is continue to declutter through the warmer months. Go through everything you have in your closet, winter, summer. What can you get rid of and donate so that someone else can benefit from your generosity? We have things in our homes that we no longer need, we no longer use. Honestly, if you're bringing something into the home so our homes don't get overrun, you need to get rid of some things. And that's a positive. How does decluttering save money? First of all, you know what you have. You're not buying duplicate items of the same thing. It also just gives you a feeling of lightness. It gives you a feeling of control over your surroundings. And when we are peaceful and we are calm, we make better financial decisions. We see the abundance of what we already have. It just is a wonderful feeling to be able to give to others through donations or maybe sharing with neighbors, friends, family that can use the items we have. So decluttering is really an essential part of the frugal lifestyle. It just really gives you a lightness of spirit when you get rid of things that you no longer love, you no longer like to look at, you no longer need. Give them to someone else. Let someone enjoy them. So we thank you so much for sharing this time with us. We hope you enjoyed this video. Today's question of the day, leave your answer down below. Give us your best summertime frugal tip or hint. What would you consider to be your hands down best summer frugal hint or tip? Share it with us because it will not only encourage us, it'll encourage our viewers as well. We thank you so much again for being here. We ask that you please give this a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Come on in, be part of our frugal family. We would love to have you. We ask you to be well. We ask you to be safe. And above all, we wish you blessings. Until our next video, may God greatly bless you.